All right, this is going to be a really neat one. This is a big property, an 8-acre tract, outlined in red here. Um, Over 1,300 feet of direct frontage on the take line at Bull Shoals Lake, and we'll zoom in a little bit. We'll take a look at that, but I don't know what that is. Let's ignore that. It's never happened. Ignore for now. Okay, so the property outlined in red here. This whole peninsula is Timber Shoals Ranch, and the shaded area around the peninsula is the Corps of Engineer line on Bull Shoals Lake. So Bull Shoals Lake was created and is maintained by the Army Corps of Engineers, like a lot of lakes here in the Ozarks and other areas. Table Rock Lake by Branson, a few other lakes as well, like I said. This is actually by Branson too. It's only about 15 miles from Branson, but it's about 30 miles by road because they do wind around a little bit. So anyway, on a Corps of Engineer lake, the Corps of Engineer actually owns and controls the water as well as a buffer strip going back from the water, and that's so that they can raise and lower the water level at the dam for flood control and power generation and all that good stuff. So private citizens like you and I can't own the actual water frontage, but what you can try to own is frontage on the take line at the Corps of Engineer land. And then that's basically public land that you can use. You can cross over that to get directly to the water. In this case, this property, I think this has, certainly for a property that's 8 acres in size, it has by far the most Corps of Engineer frontage that we've ever seen. We happen to have a 100-acre tract several months ago that had more frontage than this, but that was also 100 acres. So here's an 8-acre tract with an immense amount of frontage. To get to the property, if you look at the top here, take Mo Arc Road, which is a paved road, right down to the state line. This is the state line between Missouri on the north, Arkansas on the south. Take a jog to the left and follow the gravel easement road. Veer to the left, stay to the right, veer to the left, and then come around the edge of this meadow to get to the property. And then the easement road itself actually fronts the whole southeast or eastern side of the property all the way down to the Corps of Engineer line. As far as places where we put a boat in the water, one of them is at the very south end of the peninsula at what we call the Sandy Beach area. When the water level is low, there's hundreds of yards of beautiful sandy beach. And even when the water level is high, up to this vegetation, you can still put a boat in, you can still picnic and fish right from the shore, so that's awesome. Another place is up here on the north side. This pink trail is actually it's not an actual easement, but it does happen to cross over the south side of this meadow, which we own, and you're welcome to use it. So you cross over that meadow, get to the Corps land, and then follow that trail right down to this is State Line Cove. And there's just a natural boat launch, a hard-packed, gentle slope into the water. We can launch. We've launched a pontoon boat and jet skis, and then there's a ton of open area where you can park your boat all day. And it's very private as well, so that's pretty great. So anyway, let's zoom in on the property here. Okay. I'm using the MapRight program. You'll see this map in the listing, and we can also send you this actual interactive map. We can send you a link to this. Get the MapRight app for free on your phone or tablet. We'll email this to you. Open the email on whatever device has the app. Click on the link in the email, and it will say, do you want to open this link within the app? Of course, you'll say yes. And then not only will this pop up, but there'll be a little colored dot to indicate exactly where you are. So it uses the GPS on your phone. So as you're going down Mo Arc Road, you'll be looking at the map, you'll see the dot, and then, it's just unbelievable, especially on a property like this. The first time you go out here, it would be very confusing without, certainly without some kind of map in hand, but you can follow the little dots and say, oh, here I've got to go left. Oh, I ended up over here, I've got to go this way. And it's great for when you get to the property as well. Okay, so as we zoom in a little more here. Okay, now we're starting to really get to the good stuff. Okay. MapRight uses different base maps. This is just a standard satellite map. And if you get the full version, you certainly don't have to. You can use the free version, but if you do get the full version, I think you can switch the base maps. This is a Google aerial. And those are great, except one thing I've noticed about Google is they tend to splice together different satellite photos. So this north part is a winter satellite, and the south part is a summer satellite, so that makes it look a little goofy. Okay. I mean, this property is basically entirely wooded, mostly with hardwood trees, but we get some cedar as well. Let's try the satellite photo for that. It shows it pretty well. So you'll come through this meadow, and basically as soon as you get to the timber, the property begins on the left. And then you've got about 1,400 feet of frontage on this easement road, all the way down to the core line. The road actually continues. This doesn't show it, but the road kind of curves around this way, and there's a turnaround. Super, super private. Let's switch over to a topo map, because I do want to show that's one of the best features of this property. The topo map, basically the closer the lines are, the steeper it is, and the further apart they are, the flatter it is. So here on the south part, this is basically flat, slopes down a little bit right here. As you continue down, this road is on the middle of a ridge, the road itself. This is quite level. This very northwest corner slopes a little bit, but I mean, we're talking all kinds of level ground. And you get some setbacks, obviously, from the road. There are property covenants in place at Timber Shoals Ranch, but you still have numerous areas for building. I could certainly open up some lake views by thinning out some of the timber. Anything over 8 inches stump diameter, we would have to give you written permission on. That can't be cleared otherwise. Until the property's been paid in full, then you can do whatever you like with the timber. But I mean, it sits really, really nicely. This road continues on down, like I said. But as soon as you get to the north end, you're basically looking at the lake through the trees. Some lake views up here. Again, if you really wanted to open up a lake view, you'd probably have to go to one of these sloping areas, thin out the timber that way a little bit, and you could potentially have a lake view from the south side as well. Google Map's pretty good. But I mean, look at this access to the lake. Unbelievable. We personally walked down to the lake over here. Of course, we walked through these trees right here. I mean, it's just so close to the water. To be camping here and have a little campfire, I mean, just go grab your breakfast out of the lake and come fry it up. Fantastic. So hard to find a property with decent access to Bull Shoals Lake. Pretty good aerial. Ooh, that's an awful aerial. Let's go back to the satellite. So yeah, very unique property. Like I said, 1,300 feet of frontage on the core line is unbelievable. And we have had properties, and I've seen properties that they have core line frontage, but you would be hard pressed to ever get to the water. They might sit back half a mile, and there's a steep bluff or whatnot. This particular property, not only is it super close, but it's very gentle access for the most part. This is a little steep over here, but here on this northern side, northwest and northeast side, I mean, family-friendly little walk right to the water and fish from the shore. If you're going to bring a boat, make sure you get the dual state license from Missouri and Arkansas, because as soon as you cross this dashed line, now you're in Missouri, but it's only like another $10 to get both states, so that's a good little investment. But yeah, fantastic property. I mean, check out our listing at InstantAcres.com to really dig into this. We'll have some videos, drone videos, everything we can think of. Let us know if you have any questions. We sell all the properties on our website with complete owner financing. We leave the videos on YouTube, so this may or may not be available, unfortunately, because the buyers request that we leave them on even after the property is sold. But really, all you have to do is go to InstantAcres.com. We try to keep a very low number of properties in the inventory because everything is hand-picked. So you're not going to be sorting through thousands of properties. Just go to our website. You can see all the available tracts within about 2 minutes. If this is there, great. If you see something else you like, great. Or you can give us a call in the office. You can definitely shoot us an email at sales@instantacres.com. But this one is particularly special. So if you have any questions, just let us know. InstantAcres.com.